Hello and welcome to my review of the Blackstone Fortress Chaos Beastmen. The only way to get these at the moment is to buy the Blackstone Fortress box set, which is £95, but it does include a lot of miniatures that you can use in Warhammer 40,000, and I'll be going through these guys' rules in Warhammer 40,000 later on. So first of all, the models themselves. Although they are essentially, there's two sets of duplicates here, you can, swap their weapons around. Now, for these two Beastmen running, their leg poses and their torsos are the same, but if you notice that their heads are different and their weapons are different, and the way that they're holding their weapons, so you can have any heads on any of these models if you wish, but I've just gone for this head with the chainmail on there, with the chainsword and the auto pistol, and then this Beastman has got a las pistol and like a cleaver, but they're in the same running pose, the torso same grenade look, same pistol holder. Again, obviously it looks a bit odd because he's got his las pistol there, but the holder is on his right side. The Beastman on the right looks a little bit more believable, I say. And then these two Beastmen, again, same pose torso wise, same little icon, but weapon wise and head wise different. So different heads there. This guy's got the chainsword and the auto pistol again, and this guy again has got the cleaver and the las pistol. But you can see here you've got the grenades and the pouches, and that's all there is to say about them. In terms of the Beastmen themselves, I don't know whether they do fit in the Warhammer 40,000 universe. Obviously, we've had the Beastman Gore Halfhorn Bounty Hunter in Necromunda. So, and you do have a Beastman army in, Warhammer Age of Sigmar. But yeah, I think the juries are out as to, whether they definitely fit in the 41st millennium. I think they do. I'm all fine for, loads of different races and species and all kinds of aliens and Xenos living creatures in the 41st millennium. I think it's fine. Yes, it does look a bit odd that they're kind of, goats with laser pistols, but I'm not going to rule out that they totally don't exist in the lore and the science fiction. But here they are. They're now in the 40k gaming system, as well as in Necromunda. Let's just go through some size comparisons. So I've got a standard Chaos Space Marine here. These Beastmen, they're on the same 32mm basis, and they are taller. They're very imposing. They're taller than these Space Marines. They're huge beasts, compared to the Psyker. They're almost giving the Psyker run for his money in terms of height. But if we compare them to like the Urguls, they absolutely dwarf the Urguls, and definitely look more intimidating charging at you with these hooved feet and chainswords and pistols in hand than these little scratchy bitey creatures. Compared to some Imperial units like Space Marine, so normal Space Marine, they are taller slightly than a normal Space Marine, as you can see there. And then next to an Intercessor, they're almost as tall as an Intercessor, but the Intercessors they're almost on par with the Intercessor. So if you're fighting against Intercessors and they're milling about, then they're going to be somewhat similar height ranges, but they are going to be overpowering on Space Marines, as you can see. Okay, so this is my part of the review where I'll go through all of their rules. You'll find them in your Blackstone Fortress datasheet guide. They're a troop choice, and they're a power points cost of 1 and a points cost of 24, and you get 4 models in the unit. So it's 24 points for all 4 of them, which is amazing value, I have to say, for their stat line. I was expecting there to be 24 points each, possibly, but no, they're definitely 24 points for all 4 of them. A bit like the Negavolt cultists, which will be up, which will be another review up shortly. So the stat line reads then: movement of 6 inches, not too bad. I would have thought they'd be a bit quicker, but they do have something to do with their charge. I'll read that later. Their weapon skill is 3+, that's very decent. Ballistic skill is 4+, not too bad. Strength and toughness are both 4, that's solid. They've only got 1 wound, only 1 attack, their leadership is only 6, and their save is only 5+. The unit contains 4 Chaos Beastmen. Each model is armed with either a las pistol or auto pistol, and either a chainsword or brutal assault weapon. Each model is also armed with frag grenades and crack grenades. Only one of this unit can be included in your army. Pretty good that they're troop choices, and you've got 4 of them, and they cost 24 points, which is so cheap. Now, auto pistols, exactly the same stat line as a las pistol, which is range 12 inches, pistol 1, strength 3, AP 0, and a damage 1. The brutal assault weapon is a strength of the user which is 4, AP 0, and a damage of 1. However, it does have an ability whereby each time the bearer fights, it can make 1 additional attack with this weapon. The chain sword is exactly the same. So whether you've got chainswords or brutal assault weapons, they're going to be strength 4, AP 0, damage 1, and you're going to be able to get an additional attack, which they're going to need because they only have 1 attack each. The frag grenades, same as usual. Grenade range, which is 6 inches, grenade D6 for frag, strength 3, AP 0, and a damage 1. And then for your crack grenades, it's strength 6 inches, grenade 1, strength 6, and AP -1, and a damage of D3, so a bit more punch. Servants of the Abyss ability. If you've got Obsidious Mallex, you must have these within 6 inches of him or in the same transport. And then this is the unique ability for the squad, which is Savage Charge. Add 1 to the strength and attacks characteristic of models in this unit if it made a charge move in the same turn. So you've really got to be charging these guys in to get your strength 5 and another attack. So you're going to be pumping out 3 attacks each with these if they charge, because 1 for the brutal assault weapon, 1 for the savage charge, and also they're going to be strength 5. So they're going to be hitting on 3 pluses at strength 5 with 3 attacks each, which isn't too bad. Yes, their save is only 5 plus, but the toughness is 4, so it adds a bit of survivability. But yeah, they've only got 1 wound. And the final ability is Slaves to Mallex. If your army is battle forged, the unit does not take up slots in a detachment that includes Obsidious Mallex. That's pretty good too. Keywords: Chaos, Servants of the Abyss, Infantry, and Chaos Beastmen. So they're quite a solid unit, especially for 24 points for 4 troop choices. Yes, they've only got 1 wound, they haven't got a very good save. They're just armed with pistols and chainswords and brutal weapons. You're going to be ignoring them firing, and you want to be using their chainswords in close combat, or failing that, tossing some grenades for the extra damage and AP. All throwing those grenades in at light vehicles or things with multiple wounds. It could do some fair bit of damage. What do you guys think of the models, and actually if they even fit in the Warhammer 40,000 universe? It'd be great to hear your opinions on that. Thank you ever so much for joining me today. Thank you for watching. Papa bless.